Hi all, welcome back to Sho Academy. If you want to get every mark possible in the animal nutrition chapter, this is the video that covers exactly what the exam asks. No extra talk, just the facts, the phrasing, and the traps you must avoid. Let's go straight into it. This chapter covers 4 main topics. The first is the diet. The second is the human digestive system. The third is digestion. And the fourth is absorption. Let's go straight into it. Topic 1. Diet. Let's start with the definition. A balanced diet means you're getting all 6 nutrients, which are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water, plus fiber. But it's not just having them. It's having them in the right amounts and proportions. Now, not everyone needs the same thing. Nutrient requirements change, depending on age, sex, activity level, and body state. 2 examples came in past exams here. Number 1, a young active woman needs more iron than a young active man. Number 2, a pregnant woman needs extra calcium, and that's for fetal bone growth. You can expect questions in points like that. Now focus on macronutrients. What you must know here is, number 1, carbohydrates and fats are both used to release energy. Number 2, protein is needed for growth and repair. Number 3, when children don't get enough protein, it can cause kwashiorkor. Now we come to micronutrients. That means vitamins and minerals. Let's split them. First, vitamins. What you must know here is, number 1, vitamin C is found in citrus fruits and raw vegetables. Deficiency causes scurvy. Number 2, vitamin D is found in butter and egg yolk, but most of it is made in the skin with sunlight. Deficiency causes rickets, skeletal deformities in children, and osteoporosis in adults. Now for minerals. What you must know here is, number 1, calcium is in milk and dairy. Without it, rickets, brittle bones and teeth, and poor blood clotting. Number 2, iron is in liver, red meat, egg yolk, and green vegetables. Its deficiency causes anemia, and exams may call it low red blood cell count or decreased hemoglobin concentration. Last point, fiber. They ask this again and again. The dietary importance of fibers is, it helps food move through the gut, and it prevents constipation. Topic 2. The human digestive system. We divide the digestive system into 2 parts. First is the alimentary canal. Second is the accessory organs, liver and pancreas. But before we go into structure, there's something repeated a lot in exams. The 5 digestive processes. You must know all 5. You must know them in order. These come again and again. What are these processes? Number 1, ingestion, taking food into the body through the mouth. Number 2, digestion, breaking down food. Digestion is either physical, or you can say mechanical, and it means breaking large pieces into smaller pieces. Or chemical, that is breaking large molecules into small molecules. Number 3, absorption, movement of small molecules and mineral ions through the intestinal wall into the blood. Number 4, assimilation, food molecules become part of body cells. Number 5, digestion, removal of undigested material from the rectum. And again, you must know the correct order. Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, digestion. Now the alimentary canal. This is the long tube that runs from the mouth to the anus. Let's go step by step. First is mouth, where mechanical digestion and chemical digestion begin. Second is esophagus, transports food to the stomach. Then stomach. It produces HCl, creates low pH, approximately pH 2 for enzyme activity. This comes up often. Then duodenum, first part of the small intestine. Next is small intestine, which is 5 to 6 meters long, between the stomach and the colon. Split into 2 parts, the duodenum, nearest to the stomach, and ileum, nearest to the colon. This is where absorption of nutrients happens. Large intestine includes colon and rectum. Colon absorbs water. Rectum stores feces. These are ingested through the anus. Now to the liver and pancreas. These are part of the digestive system but not part of the alimentary canal. Food does not pass through them, but they help digestion. Pancreas secretes pancreatic juice into the duodenum. Contains enzymes for digestion. Liver secretes bile. Gallbladder stores bile. Important exam point: bile is made by the liver, not the gallbladder. Gallbladder only stores it. This is a common question. Now, why do you need to know the place and function of every single organ I mentioned? Because this always comes in paper 2. You'll be asked to label them on diagrams and to match each organ with its exact function. It's not optional. It's a repeated part of the exam. Topic 3. Digestion. Digestion happens in 2 ways: physical and chemical. Let's start with physical digestion. It means breaking large pieces of food into smaller ones. Why? To increase the surface area and speed up enzyme action. Now, the first tool of physical digestion is the teeth. What you must know here is, number 1, chewing breaks food into smaller parts, more surface area. Number 2, you must know the structure of the teeth and their names and locations. This is a frequent labeling question. You must be able to identify incisors, sharp-edged teeth at the front, used for cutting. Canines, pointed teeth next to incisors, also for cutting. Premolars and molars, at the back, used for grinding. Number 3, bacteria in the mouth can cause decay. They produce acids that dissolve the tooth enamel. Now there's one more physical action, not by teeth, but by bile. Bile is not an enzyme, but it plays a key role in digesting fats. What you must know here is, bile emulsifies fat, breaks large fat drops into tiny droplets. This increases surface area for the enzyme lipase, so lipase can work faster and better. Bile action is physical, not chemical digestion. Now move to chemical digestion. This is done by enzymes. You have 3 major enzymes to know here. For each enzyme, you must know where it's secreted, where it acts, what's the substrate, what are the products, and what's the optimum pH. Let's go one by one. Number 1, amylase, secreted by salivary glands and pancreas. Amylase from salivary gland acts in mouth, and that secreted from pancreas acts in duodenum. Substrate is starch. Product is maltose. Optimum pH, just above 7, alkaline. Number 2, protease, secreted by stomach wall, acts in stomach. Substrate is protein. Product are amino acids. Optimum pH, around 2 to acidic. Number 3 is lipase, secreted by pancreas, acts in duodenum. Substrate is lipids. Products are fatty acids and glycerol. Optimum pH, just above 7, alkaline. But we're not done. These are just the main enzymes, but there are follow-up enzymes too. Look again at amylase. It makes maltose, but maltose is still too big to absorb. So another enzyme steps in. It is maltase. What you must know here is, maltase is secreted by the cells lining the small intestine, acts in the small intestine, breaks maltose to glucose. Medium, alkaline. Now look at protease again. There are 2 types to know. Pepsin, from stomach, works in acidic pH. Trypsin, from pancreas, works in duodenum. Same substrate, protein, same product, amino acids, but different source, location, and pH. Trypsin works in alkaline pH, just above 7. That's your full map of enzymes. If you know all these, the enzymes, the source, the site, the action, and the pH, you can handle any exam question on digestion. Most of these come in paper 2, either as labeling, function, or sequence. Topic 4. Absorption and assimilation. After digestion, the small soluble molecules must be taken into the blood. That's what we call absorption, and it happens only in the small intestine. So if the question asks, which part of the digestive system absorbs both food and water? Answer is small intestine. And the inner wall of the small intestine is covered with villi. These help do the job efficiently. Now in this topic, there are 2 main subtopics you must know well. Both are frequent points in Paper 2. First is the structure and function of the villi. Second is water absorption and cholera. First, let's go to features of villi. You must know the structure very well. This is the structure of one villus as come frequently on exam paper. The presence of villi itself increases the internal surface area of the small intestine. And villus has features important for the efficient absorption of nutrients. As each villus contains a network of capillaries which absorb amino acids, glucose, vitamins, minerals, and water. It contains lacteal vessel that absorbs fatty acids and glycerol. So, if the question said what is feature of villi that allows absorption of glucose as seen in this question, it is wrong to choose lacteal because it is specific only for fats. The villi have one cell thick epithelium, and the surface of each epithelial cell is covered with microvilli. There are goblet cells in between epithelial cells that secrete mucus. In villus structure, you must know, the arrows show the direction of flow within vessels associated with the villus. Which vessel carries blood to the liver? This one carries the blood to the liver, and this is the part from villi that has the highest concentration of glucose and amino acids. And if he asks about the part that transports fatty acids from villi, so it is the lacteal. These are points of questions. Never miss it. Now move to water absorption. Most of the water is absorbed in the small intestine, and a smaller amount is absorbed in the large intestine. Why is this important knowledge? Because if the examiner gives you a graph showing both small and large intestines and asks, which labeled part absorbs the most water? The answer is the small intestine. Sometimes, like in one of the past questions, he doesn't label the small intestine at all. He gives you large intestine and other organs from the digestive system and asks the same question. In that case, when small intestine is not an option, the large intestine becomes the correct answer. It becomes number 1 by default. I hope you got it. Now let's go with the most frequent part the past exams asked in this chapter, cholera. If they ask you to describe the cholera pathogen, you must choose. The bacterium produces a toxin that causes the secretion of chloride ions into the small intestine, drawing in water by osmosis. So, the effect of cholera toxin is, water moves from the blood into the small intestine. You must know, why does cholera cause diarrhea? Because the water potential in the lumen of the small intestine decreases, and water moves into the small intestine by osmosis. You must also know the stages of cholera development. These are frequently asked in exams. Number 1, toxins are produced by pathogenic bacteria. Number 2, chloride ions are secreted into the gut from the cells lining the small intestine. Number 3, chloride ions move into the lumen of the small intestine. Number 4, water potential of fluid in the small intestine becomes lower. Number 5, osmosis causes water to move into the gut. Number 6, the infected person becomes dehydrated. And finally, you must know the correct direction of movement of chloride ions in water. This has come up as a diagram-based question. Make sure you're ready for it. That's everything you need to master Chapter 7, Animal Nutrition. If you followed this video carefully, you're now ready to answer every single Paper 2 question from this chapter. No surprises, no gaps. Now test yourself. Go try the digital quiz. It's built directly from classified past paper questions. Then revise fast using our flashcards. Everything is simplified and exam-focused. Both links are in the pinned comment below. And don't stop here. The next video in our Full Marks Paper 2 series is waiting. Let's keep the marks coming, one chapter at a time. See you there.